Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020. Actually, a lot has changed in the whole airline that I've set up in Neofly and all the goals for Neofly, and that has changed. I'm going to talk about that a bit later because first we're going to get straight up into the air because we have a search and rescue job that we need to go and perform now. So we're going to do that, see if we can obviously find and rescue this person that is missing. It's not very far, it's just a couple of minutes outside. We're here at Pietermaritzburg again, and then we're going to continue on to Virginia, but let's not waste any more time. We need to go ahead and see if we can rescue this person.
Transporter from dispatch. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We have an urgent search and rescue mission. Rush to your aircraft.
Right, so let's go and quickly get everything.
Pilot, we have locked onto the distress
switched
signal.
on.
Fly to the last coordinates we have and see if you can find them.
To go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Okay, let's see. Bring up the throttles here nice and gently. Okay, so that looks pretty balanced between our left and right engines. Lights are on. And I think we're pretty much good to go. So the plan is we're departing essentially straight out ahead. There is some rough weather around us, but the area that we're operating in is alright for now. We'll be under clouds. So yeah, we're going pretty much straight ahead and then slightly off to the left to pick up main road. So the highway heading out towards Durban, and it's somewhere along the highway that we are going to be looking for this missing person. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get airborne. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and lift off. Let's
Every
head
second counts.
pretty much straight out here. We'll obviously stay away from the runway. Head out a little to the left here. Gear can come up. Not too long, it's going to be like probably 2 or 3 minutes. It's only 7 miles away that we're going. this is the old main road out here. Highway is off to the
You are now
left.
entering the search zone. Use the beacon signal to locate any survivors.
Okay, so we get a beacon signal. This is the first search and rescue that I'm doing in Neofly. Right, so that obviously as we get closer will, I'm guessing, start beeping faster. It's beeping a little faster. Now it's stop. Oh, there's orange smoke out that way. Okay, there's actually a little airfield here, which we've operated in and out of a few times. Beeping has stopped, but I'm assuming the orange smoke is where we're going. Whatever it is, it looks quite big. Like a plane crash or something. Wow, it is a plane crash.
Somewhere suitable. Please land to help the evacuation.
Well, we can definitely land. There's a lot of space. Wow, that's pretty tense. Yeah, let's get our gear down. Right, so the smoke is blowing that way, so we're going to circle around and approach from that side again. But definitely a lot of space for us to land. Now the biggest problem is actually the smoke. Yeah, we also want to put our nose uphill, so as we get a bit closer, we're going to nose left a little, like so.
Wait here until the evacuees are safely on board. Nice one. If necessary, paramedics are waiting at the parking.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Okay, so that is because we've landed so close to that other little airport that it thinks we've taken the passengers back to the airport, but I think we're going to take them back to Pietermaritzburg. Because, I mean, this little airport here in Camperdown is not going to have any facilities to deal with this. We are going to take them back to Maritzburg, which, I mean, doesn't have best facilities, but they could be then transported out to Durban if need be. there are hospitals in Pietermaritzburg, so this would be the best bet. Yeah, there's nowhere near any hospitals or facilities, so we'll take them back to Pietermaritzburg. Wow, it is pretty rough out here today. Probably just because it's hot in South Africa at the moment. Maybe what we'll do is put them down on the main apron in front of the terminal rather than at our little hangar, so that they can obviously be loaded into the ambulance and whatnot. Hitting the lights.
Nice one. If necessary, paramedics are waiting at the parking.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Okay, so we're gonna have to shut down. In reality, we probably wouldn't need to because we're flying straight out again.
Thanks again, pilot.
Oh, wow.
I owe you my life.
He sounds very happy for someone that was just in a plane crash. Okay.
Great work out there today. Another life has been saved thanks to you.
Everything is on board.
Okay, so the search and rescue missions are pretty fun. They don't pay very much, actually. Mind you, I guess considering we just flew only 7 miles there and back, it's 1,300 monies. Not the greatest amount of pay, but it does give a little bit more XP than, you know, just flying passengers or cargo, which is kind of cool. Okay, so what we want to do now is we need to head out to Virginia to pick up the next aircraft that we're going to be flying. So let's see should have... It's probably cargo going on to... No, we should have charter passengers going out there. Yes, we do. So we can take a maximum of 5. So we have 5. Right, let's load
Hi,
demo.
pilot. New mission, new passengers. Let me know when you are ready to start boarding. Transporter, boarding has started.
Okay, so they're loading up. We might as well go in here and set this up.
Transporter from dispatch. All passengers on board. You can ask for the clearance to take off.
Right, there we go. That's our route for today. From here out to Virginia. Nice and simple. Let's close up and we will start up again.
To go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Okay, we'll let the rotor RPM come up until it stabilizes and then we'll push the throttles up. Start bringing this up now. Yeah, so this is the thing that I find weird, is that they don't sit. So now I kind of just tweak them, because you see as I drop this, now that one will kind of spike. So I kind of just play with them until we can get them balanced. That's a little bit more even. Right, I think we're good to go. Let's hope the weather isn't too bad. You can see there's some lower clouds out there, but I think heading out to Durban, it's sunnier out there, so we should be good. Let's see if I can see the sock. It's out here somewhere. Let's see if this is up here. So I really just want to know which way the wind is. Okay, well, we're heading out this way anyway, so we might as well. we go, on our way to Virginia. Oh, the crashed aircraft. Oh, there's the winds. Okay, the takeoff. Correct direction. Plane crash is probably still going to be there. Okay, so while we're cruising out now to Virginia in the 222, let's chat about what's changed in the Neofly series. So when I initially started this, the idea was to set up mostly helicopter charters here around Durban and then possibly expand into some other areas that are interesting to fly, like around Victoria Falls, that kind of thing. Now the issue that I've run into is that it doesn't seem like the AI pilots, so our hired staff pilots, it doesn't seem like they're able to fly helicopters, or at least not yet. Maybe as we level up they might be able to, but I've now ranked up again. So I've done a couple of things that haven't been covered in videos. I ranked up again to see if that would unlock the helicopter pilots, and it didn't. And I've done some of the other certifications, because the certification tests are all pretty much the same. So in episode 2, I think it was, we got certified on the 208 Caravan. I've done the jet certification, which was the same procedure, just in a citation instead of a Caravan. And I did the twin engine certification as well, which I did in the, I think it was the King Air, if I remember correctly. But, oh no, I did it in the Baron. So, I mean, the certification tests were much the same thing. But I've had to kind of change what's going to happen with the airline because of our AI pilots not being able to fly the helicopters. So, we're still going to do some helicopter missions. It's just not going to be the sole focus, and we're going to start moving towards more of it's going to be kind of a hybrid. We're going to do some cargo and some passenger airline operations. So because I've now got 15 staff pilots, AI pilots operating, we actually made quite a bit of money. So I picked up some extra aircraft. Most of the AI pilots, or at the moment, all but one of them are currently out flying, earning money for us. We're going to pick up a new aircraft that I've purchased to do some kind of shorter range passenger flights. So we're going to be flying between Virginia and there's a couple of destinations. So we'll choose one that's kind of giving us the best pay and XP. But the idea for this aircraft is to fly between places like we're going into Lesotho, we're going to Richards Bay and Margate. So yeah, I had to kind of adapt the goal here, and we're going to move into next. What we'll be aiming to pick up is the ATRs. So I need to rank up again before I can fly full-on airline jobs. So the CRJs and 737s and A320s, I could fly the aircraft, but I can't take airline jobs. So I'd have to just like squash some cargo into them. But the ATRs count as regional airline flights, which I can fly at my current level. So that's the next aircraft that I want to pick up, is to get, well, I mean, we'll probably start with the 42 because it's smaller, so it's a bit cheaper. And then get some ATRs to start flying airline services between Pietermaritzburg, and those will go to East London and Lanseria in Johannesburg. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm still going to keep the helicopters, so I'm going to keep a 222 to do some kind of charters like we're doing now. The other problem with my initial goal was to get the helicopters and fly like sightseeing tours and VIP flights. Now, the issue with that I've realized with Neofly is the VIP and photography flights fly to the points of interest that are built into Microsoft Flight Sim, and there aren't any because South Africa hasn't had a world update, so there are no built-in points of interest. There are some freeware ones that you can download and add to the sim that have been created by the community, but obviously Neofly doesn't pick those up because it's looking for the ones built into the sim. So the only one is the stadium in Johannesburg, which means we could go and do, VIP charters in Johannesburg out of like Grand Central or Lanseria, but they're always going to be going to the same place because that's the only POI at the moment. So until South Africa gets a world update, those jobs aren't really viable in Neofly. So that's the other reason why I'm kind of shifting away from the helicopter jobs. But yeah, I'm still going to keep the helicopters. We'll do some short missions like this. I still want to get into firefighting, so I want to pick up an H125 and eventually the H145 to do some firefighting missions. But yeah, the bulk of our income is going to be from flying airlines. So we're going to get into the ATRs, the CRJs, and then 737s, A320s. I also am still going to pick up a C-160, at least one, and the BAE 146s to do some cargo operations up to Skakuza, down to Cape Town, that kind of thing. I actually already have some de Havilland Caribous, which are doing some, the AI pilots are flying them currently. They are flying cargo around Durban, so between Durban and East London, Richards Bay and Margate. Other thing I figured out, so in the previous episodes we spent some time flying around buying goods for the airline. I've now realized that you don't need all three. So the things we bought were whiskey, magazines, and caviar. I misread, and I thought we needed all three of those to improve our operations, but you actually don't. Each one improves a different type of operation. So the magazines improve our normal passenger trips like we're doing now. Caviar is for the VIP trips, and whiskey is for the airline trips, if I remember correct. So we will be doing a few more missions where we pick up those goods. We don't need to buy caviar anymore because we're not doing any VIP flights. We need to now probably start focusing on whiskey for our airline flights. Okay, let's just duck under these clouds here. So yeah, that's the plan. We're still going to carry on with the Neofly series. Just, it's not going to be helicopter focused anymore. It's going to be more airline focused. And definitely the cargo. I quite enjoy flying the cargo because, particularly when I'm recording videos, the airline missions can become quite challenging because they require you to depart and arrive on time. Now, that in itself isn't an issue, but when I add things like self-loading cargo and FS2Crew and all of that into the mix to fly the bigger passenger planes, it delays that takeoff time and makes the airline missions a little bit more interesting when you're trying to record a video and talk about what I'm doing and read stuff, changing weather and time and all of that. So we'll see how that goes. The cargo stuff is great. This kind of standard cargo actually pays very well. I've found that quite often a standard cargo job will pay far more than the passenger stuff, and it's less of a mission because there's less kind of restrictions. Obviously cargo doesn't complain. It doesn't get sick and require you to turn around and land somewhere. So yeah, the cargo is a really cool option for making money in Neofly. But yeah, so we're gonna land in Virginia, drop off these passengers and pick up our new plane, which I haven't flown at all on the channel, and it's new for me in Neofly as well. And I think we'll see. I'm probably going to take it. Well, we'll look at the weather because it looks clearer out that way than it does up there. So Richards Bay is up that way. If we're going to Lesotho, I forget which airport it is in Lesotho, but that's behind us. Margate is down that way. Now there's a patch of rain fairly close there, but going back to previous episodes, you might remember if you watched those, we can take off here in horrendous weather and get to Margate and it's bright sunshine. So we'll see what the options are there. However, this aircraft will give us way less issues flying in IFR than the helicopters will. Okay, but there's the city of Durban up ahead. So we're just going to make our way into Virginia. The cloud cover is fine, we can stay under these clouds quite happily. And no rain at the moment, it's definitely raining out there. Maybe far out there along the coast, but otherwise all seems good for our approach into Virginia at the moment. Going a little fast now as we're just bleed off some of that speed. It's a bit better. So I also really enjoy flying the Caribou. The only thing is that it doesn't have an autopilot, so I'm not going to fly it on super long missions. But for when we're transporting goods, like if we need to go and pick up whiskey and stuff and move it around between our airports here in Durban, Pietermaritzburg, King Shaka, Virginia, it is a great option to do that because obviously it can carry quite a significant amount of cargo. But I'm not going to fly a Caribou from here down to East London, for example. Not that you can't. It's just quite a lot of work. Because what I like to do is on the longer flights, I will put on the autopilot so I can just monitor the plane and then have Neofly open on my other screen and go through and set things up and plan flights while we're cruising along. The other thing I want to do is some skydiving missions in the Kodiak. So we take skydivers up as part of the Neofly jobs, and obviously drop them. Thought about doing that today, but the weather's not great for that. Our Kodiak, I've got a few of them now, and two of them are currently based at Pietermaritzburg, where we just came from. One is out flying passengers to Margate. The other one is there, which is the one that's kitted out for skydive, but obviously with those clouds I don't think they would be doing skydiving operations, so we went and did some search and rescue instead. the other thing I've done is I actually bought some scenery for Virginia, so it's probably going to look slightly different. I don't think I had it, definitely didn't have it in the first 2 episodes, and I don't think I had it for 3. So that's kind of cool. I wasn't aware of it when I started the series, and then it popped up the other day when I was looking for something. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we've got a nice scenery for Virginia. I can't remember the developer was. I bought it from the marketplace, but if you want to know, it'll be down in the description. Yeah, coming quite high here, so I think what we're going to do is just do a bit of a turn so we can do a bit more altitude. But yeah, it looks kind of cool. A lot more interesting than the defaults. Wow, look at that windsock. That's pretty intense. So we actually want to land opposite direction. Well, not behind us, the direction that we came from. So let's see if we can do that. Land into the wind. Very windy out. You can see that windsock is pretty much straight out.
Welcome to your new location. I'll get back to you as soon as you're in the parking.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Landing line off, and we'll go to our usual hangar. I feel like these buildings or these hangars are a little closer together than they were with the other scenery. Right, and set the brakes. We can go ahead and shut down. Oh, sun's actually coming on.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by. Transporter from dispatch. Another passenger mission completed. Thanks, and bye.
Right, there's our mission completed. Just wait for the rotors to stop spinning.
You can start your engine now.
And then we will wheel the 222 into the hangar. Alright, but there we are in our new 222 parked up at our base in Virginia, and that is going to bring us to the end of episode 4. We're finally flying the 222, which is very cool. It's a very cool aircraft to fly, very different from the 125. But if you made it all the way to this video, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it and you want to follow the series, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next one.